Tetris is iconic. Starting from the middle of the 2000s, it eclipsed all other games to become the most sold game in video gaming history. That is, until 2020 rolled around and another type of blocky game took the reins from them. And then a little while after that, a game made by Rockstar that is being milked almost as much as Skyrim is, although at least GTA 5 is the best game in its series, would surpass Tetris to make our beloved classic game fall to third on our most sold games of all time list. However, there's still that knack that people have to play this simple yet addictive game. One upcoming game is looking to utilize the gameplay loop of Tetris as a means to do everything but set it inside a JRPG. But does this idea come together neatly, or are there just too many moving pieces? Stay tuned to find out. Developed and published by Impact Gameworks comes Flowstone Saga, a JRPG-inspired adventure game set in the mysterious Ocean's End Islands. There are tons of ancient ruins, pirates, treasures, and enemies to encounter. There will also be some sort of building aspect to the game, however I may have missed this during the demo as it was easy to just kinda get lost in the exploration of everything, as there's plenty of secret areas to get to that reward you with various equipment to utilize in combat scenarios. But now that I've kind of skirted the whole Tetris idea, let's just dive into how it works as it ends up encompassing the majority of the gameplay you will experience.
I can use it to repair. I can use it to build. Now, I need it to fight.
Anytime you encounter foes, you will be thrown into the combat that forces you to play a Tetris minigame in which the way you do damage is proportionate to how many lines you clear. Enemies will do small amounts of damage to you, but once you see one charging a bigger strike, you can target them with an attack to stop them from unleashing their wrath. If you can align 3 of the yellow gems together, or if you can build a combo, you start to hit harder and the strategy of everything begins to unfold. However, this isn't the only way that Tetris is being used. When you go to build things, you're going to need to gather resources from various NPCs, and instead of doing the tedious button mashing that most games make you do, you're given a time limit to clear out as many lines of Tetris as you can, and what resources you clear are the ones you gain. And lastly, you can encounter these puzzles around the world that are not timed but require you to think more critically and create the solution with limited pieces. Although this core mechanic is interesting to see, I did find myself having some concerns with the game itself. The main issue I have with the gameplay loop is the opposite issue I had with a game called Tetris Effect. I played Tetris Effect in VR but was so distracted with everything going on that I failed very quickly. However, I feel the combat scenarios in Flowstone Saga were never really fully appreciated. I didn't really have an understanding what the enemies really did, and all my attention was spent on the minigame and pushing to do as much damage as quickly as possible. There was an option to slow things down a bit, but I feel like this would have hurt the other issue I had with the game, and that is that while I appreciated the ideas of minigames being used to do most actions, I just got tired of going to combat for a couple minutes to take 15 to 20 seconds in the overworld, to spend another couple minutes in playing Tetris, and I just started to avoid combat more and more as I played, and I question if this is something I wanted to do over the course of an entire game. Overall, I feel like Flowstone Saga is a neatly packaged game that will appeal to various people, however, I don't really think I personally fit that category. There are neat aspects like a bestiary, various items to equip to your character, leveling up mechanics, and even your own repertoire of Tetris blocks to swap in and out to customize the pool of blocks you will see in the encounters. And while there are some minor concerns for Flowstone Saga, it seems to be a game that's very much one that is, you get what you see. So if you don't mind playing a Tetris minigame for everything, then this game will be perfect for you when it releases sometime in August. But that'll be it for this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another.
And I will keep searching. But even if I find it, am I ready for the truth?
Thanks again for Relativity, Naughty Dog is King, Chaos, and Kamikalo for their support alongside all those subbed to the channel. If you want to discuss upcoming games and other gaming related topics, head on over to my Discord server with a link in the description, but either way, I will see you soon.